Let me guess, your teen was just diagnosed with FND and right now everyone is confused, including yourself. You finally have a name for what has been happening with your child. On one hand, that's a good news. However, no one is really explaining what it means, or better yet, how to fix this problem. If that is the case, you're in the right place. Because maybe at this point, you have left that appointment or doctors thinking, is this real? Am I crazy here? What do we do next? And then more importantly, will my teen ever get better? If that sounds familiar, then this video is for you. I'm going to make this simple as much as possible. You're going to be learning what FND really is, and what not to do with this diagnosis, and what actually helps your teen start recovering. So if this clarity like this helps already, and then you're like, and oh my gosh, this is what I was looking for, then please go ahead and like this video and subscribe, because I post new videos every week to help families make sense of FND recovery, just like you, step by step. So let's dive in, because this also helps spread the awareness of FND, and that's going to help other doctors more likely to help people like you. So let's go. Hi, my name is Dr. Lee. I'm a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of online coaching program called Teen FND Academy, which is a program designed to help teens with FND and their parents, just like you guys, get their lives back. Because I literally believe that recovery from FND is possible, even though it seems impossible for you right now. So let's start there. First, what is FND really? FND, or functional neurological disorder, is a real brain-based diagnosis caused by a miscommunication between the brain and the body. And I will keep explaining this in a simple term until the day I die, so that everyone gets it. And it's not just the brain sending the wrong message to the body, actually, it's both directions, vice versa. The body sends confusing signals back to the brain too. So the both sides are misunderstanding each other, like the two phones in a bad connection. It's like, hello, we can't hear you, that kind of thing. That miscommunication, believe it or not, creates real symptoms like what you or your child is experiencing already. Weakness, tremors, non-epileptic seizures or functional seizures, dizziness, chronic pain, brain fog, sleep issues, functional vision loss, all of the other stuff. Whatever your child's pattern looks like, it is not made up, it is not psychological, and it is the brain and the body doing their best to protect, but getting the signals wrong. So no, it is not made up thing. The most important part is that miscommunication is real. However, that communication can be retrained. So that's the good news. So that is what the recovery actually means. So let's talk about what most families do after diagnosis. Maybe this is how you found me and this channel. And unfortunately, this is why it keeps them stuck. So let's see if this applies to you, because I see this all the time. A family finally gets the diagnosis, then what? They go on to research mode, like days and nights, more specialists, more scans, more theories, more doctors, more this and more that. Look, it is very, very understandable, and you are trying to fix what feels broken. But here is the truth. Recovery does not come from finding one missing test result, unlike other diagnoses like cancer and things like that. FND actually comes from retraining how the brain and body talk to each other again. That is what the recovery literally means. So if you have been stuck in this loop of searching and waiting for the next answer, stop it right there. That time and energy need to go towards retraining and the real recovery, not re-diagnosing for the 20th time. Now, you might be also wondering, so what should you actually do instead, right? Well, you're in the right place. Here is where I want every family to start, literally. 3 things that matter most in the first phase of recovery. Are you ready? Number 1, understand FND clearly. When your teen understands what's happening, so it's not just psychological, it's not all in their head, all of that stuff, then they stop feeling crazy or broken. And same for you. And when you, as a parent, understand it too, you stop walking on eggshells or blaming yourself. And I might add that FND is not about parenting either. Clarity reduces fear, and that's literally what happens. And fear keeps the brain in this protection mode, which is actually one of the perpetuating factors for FND to continue. So understanding turns that threat responding way down, which is exactly what you want. That is what makes the retraining possible. And number 2, get gently active again. I will say gently. This one surprises people actually, because you don't want and you don't actually wait for symptoms to disappear before your teen starts moving. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Here's what happens. They move so symptoms can change by retraining the brain and the body communication, and they get better. So when I say gradually and gently, I mean it. Step one, start small. Maybe this is sitting up for a few seconds, and maybe this is for standing up for a few seconds, and maybe this is walking a short distance. Maybe this is showering independently for your team, even though it might take a long time. Every calm, consistent action sends a new message between the brain and the body, literally. And the message is, this movement is safe. My body is safe and I am safe. That is a message that your teen's brain and body need to hear. And over time, because this is not one and done, right? Like retraining takes time, but over time, those signals replace the miscommunication, literally. And that is what rewiring looks like in real life, for real. Progress does not start when things feel easy, because it's easy for anyone to do on a good day. Progress starts when you move anyway. That is a way to recover. Here is a pro tip. You might be wondering as a parent if you ever think how much is too much or how much is too little. Like if your teen is feeling good today, for example, and then you know that she is doing a little too much because you know she's going to crash later today or tomorrow at this rate. If that is the case, then your natural inclination is maybe to quote unquote gently suggest to tone it down. So maybe like save your energy so then you don't have a bad day tomorrow or something like that. And I will say that this is so common, and it is a sign that you care your child, literally. So here's a pro tip. Instead of thinking how much is too much, know these two things. Number one, ups and downs with FND recovery are inevitable. You cannot avoid it. So don't even think about keeping things a flat line as long as your child is alive. Number two, think about this. If you tell your child to kind of save it, you're doing too much. The real question is this: is that question actually going to make your child feel empowered or disempowered? So if what you're saying is literally empowering your child, your teen is feeling super confident about what they're doing, then I would say keep doing. Otherwise, if you say, maybe you're doing too much, you might want to just like tone it down. If that is the thing that doesn't empower your child, then what's happening is kind of like, what good does it do when you know your statement is sucking the power out of your team? So there is no good or bad or right or wrong. It is really about how is this working for you and your team toward recovery, even though you feel like you're coming from a place of good. Step three, regulate together. Now, this one is big. Teens, you cannot retrain your brain when it's flooded with fear. And parents, your nervous system actually teaches faster than your words will ever to your child. So when you stay calm as a parent, breathe slowly, lower your tone, then your teen's brain is going to pick that up, whether you like it or not. You are showing them safety through presence, not pressure. So instead of trying to talk them out of a flare-up, try co-regulating with them. Breathe together, step outside, whether it's physically or mentally or emotionally, step outside, be calm, steady, predictable. And that is what builds the foundation for retraining for your teen. So this is exactly how you help your teen gets better. And let me make this practical, because I'm all about practical. So if your teen stands for, let's just say 10 seconds today, and their legs tremble, that is not the failure. That is the brain learning and relearning. It's just got this real-time feedback that says, hey, I stood up and nothing terrible happened. Or your teen is feeling dizzy and leaning against the wall or gently sitting down. That's a new safe message that your team is teaching themselves. And that is what rewiring literally looks like like day by day. And it is not about forcing or fixing. It is about retraining through experience. So your child is going to make a ton of mistakes while they're learning, but that's okay because day by day, they are rewiring and retraining their brain and body. So here's a takeaway. Recovery from FND does not start when symptoms stop. And it literally starts when your brain and body start sending new messages to each other by retraining, getting active, and then parents co-regulating. Because every small, calm, repeated action like I was talking about, that is how safety gets relearned. Remember, you're not broken. Your brain is retrainable. And this is for you teens. And you can do this together as a team within your family. Now, if this gave you some clarity and you want a step-by-step plan, well, what about this case? What about that case? What about my case? Then watch the free training I linked in the description below. In that video, I walk parents and teens through the exact process we use inside Teen FND Academy to retrain the brain-body connection, restore function, and get life back on track because recovery is possible. At the end, you're going to show how to find out if your teen qualifies to work directly with me and my team. So click the link below and watch the training and take your next step toward recovery with structure and support. Remember, your teen is not broken. FND does not define who you are. Your brain and body can relearn how to work together. It's not too late, and you can do this together. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.